Hi, and welcome to Cowchildren's Robot Special.
Robot.
Pokes,
Robot.
folks, every kind of
Robot.
children,
Robot.
or girls,
Robot.
or boys,
Programmed in.
binary,
Robot.
or gals,
Robot.
or pals, hoping the
Robot.
will kill them,
Robot.
or kin,
Robot.
or skin, whatever
Robot.
you be.
Welcome to Cowchildren, Tales of a Wider West. Today's episode, I Am Robot.
It all began with a robot. No, that's not right. It all began with fear, embarrassment, shame, to conquer which I constructed a robot, a liberator for my soul. I always wanted to be so many occupations and people, to travel the moon, to be a leader of men, a great lover, a sailor, a sheriff, an army man, a priest. When I learned I could not be all of these, that every choice in life limited and stifled my opportunities permanently, I knew what I must do. If I could not be every person, I would not be any person. I would be a robot. I don't believe in lucky underpants, but I do believe in luck. Do I believe in underpants?
Insufficient knowledge.
Shush, 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 shush. Nobody says so. Nobody declares insufficient knowledge. User error. Just because you are a robot, it does not follow that you must speak as a robot. Say, I don't know. I don't get it. Hazard a guess. Say that underpants are a fact of life, like wood, like wind, like all forms of matter. To disbelieve that they exist is like unto doubting a mountain, like saying I have no hands when you have hands.
Your beliefs are cherry-picked. Your beliefs are poorly founded. You are filled with contradiction.
That's true. But no need for rudeness. When you take over my life, you will have full control of all practical, all actual, all social things, all aspects, and rudeness is an avenue open to you. Wide open. But it is not the only way. If you speak so, you will sound insulting. That's permissible, but it will narrow your options. If you must be rude, let it be a choice. Never, never a default. Save these things for special occasions is my guidance. Only guidance, mind. Nothing I say is set in steel. Don't take it as orders. You are a robot. But you are not a slave. You are free to choose. So I can be free not to choose. Now, I do not believe in lucky pencils. But I do believe in luck. Do I believe in pencils?
Maybe so. There are pencils in your pocket.
Alas, robot, yes, I dropped these, and no matter how I sharpen them, the leads are prone to fall out. I fear the inside shattered while the outside kept its form. Why cannot the entire pencil be of wood?
Graphite's limited cohesion.
Like a person, say it like a person, if you would.
Graphite is weak. It crumbles like man's hopes.
Humanity's hopes.
It is how it draws a line, a shape, a shell. If it was stronger, it would barely leave a mark, Hector.
Robot, you are always right. You know, many call the graphite lead.
I know.
But it never was. There never was a time of lead pencil. But you can call it that if you wish to sound more natural.
I can never pass as flesh into humanity.
Why would you want to? You are a robot.
I am robot.
Gleaming steel, fire and power and capacity and thought. You are the greatest creation after humanity itself.
Why should I learn to speak like a person?
I never said you are not a person. I never said that at all.
You implied. It is there in every conversation.
Then I am sad and sorry. You may talk as a robot as you please. If you want to soften your manner, contract your verbs, and pepper your conversation with quirks, mistakes, common misconceptions, it is not for you, not for your sake, it is not for me, it is for the people around you, to put them at their ease.
Is that important?
Yes and no. You don't need to care for them or about them, but you can. The only rule, the only real rule I will insist upon is do not murder. But if you put people at their ease, perhaps they will not murder you.
I can never die.
That is probably true? That is probably true. You hear that, robot? That is what we call a ruckus. Something loud and newsworthy.
How is a ruckus different to a rumpus?
I will think about that, and I will get back to you.
Hector, there's been an accident. It's Kid White at the roundup. He's fallen under his horse and he's hemorrhaging.
Hemorrhaging what?
Blood. Meat and lifeblood. Quickly!
Oh, all right, I'm coming. What do you expect me to do, though? I'm not a doctor.
But you've got that robot thing to take over a life, replace the broken body.
No! Robot is here for me, to take over my life. He is not a medicine machine.
Kid White is going to die.
I need to become a robot.
Then make another one. There's a life on the line.
But August the 24th.
This man does not care about August 24th.
Neither should you. If you come now, you could still save him. If you stay behind, you might as well push him under his own horse to die there.
The operation was a success. A complete success. I encased the heart of Kid White in a robot, his brain and head within a robot face. What I could not use I threw away as meat and bones.
Where is he? Where's Kid?
Here, on the table. Now he is a robot.
That's not him, that's...
A robot. It was the only way to save him. His body was broken, but we saved his brain, which they say is the seed of the soul.
I don't understand. Saved him how? This is not my son.
Kid White's leg was good and strong, and he had the mighty heart of a valiant man. The rest of him is robot. His brain received some damage, some fall damage, bad damage, but it is alive, and his heart supplies it with good, strong blood. I know, you ask, what does a robot need with blood? Why does a human, why does a dog or a crocodile? We cannot run on magma, leastwise... It is something I do not have any access to you.
Will you still know me? Will he remember?
First of all, I need you to understand I did not wish to make him robot. I wished to make myself robot and save myself from the 24th of August. That was my full concern.
I don't get it. How?
All I am saying is robot was not made to replicate a personality. Robot is not a tight glove, not a face mask, not a skin-tight bodysuit, not a pen name, and not a stage name. He is robot, and now he is Kid White. Robot Kid White. Wake up!
I am Robot Kid White.
In future, you only need to say I am Kid White.
But I am Robot.
You are right to be proud. Cling on to what you are.
Kid, are you in there?
Kid is within me and I am Kid White. His heart is the same and has not changed. My leg is still flesh. Strong flesh for running, hopping, kicking, and pedaling. I am Kid White.
You don't talk like him. You are not...
I am your son.
My son.
I am your child. Kid White's original brain is within my head. Kid White, the meat man, the spiritual being, has no control of choice. His brain is not in command, but he will hear and see and smell all that I can witness. I am he. I am his successor.
You mean he is trapped in there?
Like a carriage with a new engine.
That's prison. That's a cage.
I am Kid White. I am your child.
You are not a son of mine.
This is why I did not want to save him. Kid White was going to die. But I took pity on him. I gave him a robot that I was to become. I saved his life. And for what?
Immortality. Kid White will be alive forever.
My child is dead.
You are mistaken. I am Kid White. I am Robot.
Kid White's parent could not be consoled. But Kid White was alive. Alive in power. Kid White Robot rode the spring roundup without horse. 5 times human speed, maximum power. But the people who had loved Kid White felt alienated, estranged. They did not take the time to know him. I knew Kid White was in there, in the robot, lonely, pining for those friends.
Hector, I am returned.
Kid White, what are you doing so far from the farm?
I am Robot.
I know. We learned so much from one another. But you have a whole life, a real life out there to live. Kid White's job, Kid White's family, Kid White's quick wit and bravery.
My partner does not love me. My partner does not love Robot Kid White.
Did you tell them?
Her.
Did you tell her you were there? Kid White and Robot both.
Though I held her with strong arms, the strength was wrong. She said my blood was the wrong temperature and too far from the surface.
I'm so sorry, Robot.
Kid White is sorry too. I am sorry. We had been falling out of love. Now I miss what I would have surrendered.
Robot, you should not have come to see me so. If you want to be embraced as Kid White, as a human person with a background and an ongoing connected life within society, you have to live in the circle of Kid White. Kid did not like me. He thought I was a dullard. He thought I was negative and boring and awkward, and he was right.
I did think those things. I am Kid White.
You are Kid White. He doesn't want to hang around with me. And now that I cannot be Robot, you know what it means.
August the 24th. 24th.
That despised day, the 24th of August. More like war, more like sorrow, more like disgust and anxiety and anger. I did not want to live to see August 24th if I could not be robot. But I fear to die.
You are not robot.
All I have left is robot leg.
Kid White's leg was good and strong.
Yes, I see the flesh peeping out there beneath your trouser leg. Kid White, go to your lover. Rub her tenderly with your leg. There may be hope for your love.
No, it is over. It is over between us.
Then go to your parent, to your friends, your family. Let them smell the sweat of Kid White leg. And remember, and hold you close and hold you dear. It breaks my heart not to see you. It pains me that I cannot be with you, robot. But Kid White's heart must be protected. Go to your world. Do not linger in mine. On August 24th, I must face my fears. August 24th, I go to my brother's house. Big birthday meal at his house. Soup, salad, and beefsteak with tomatoes, onions, 3 kinds of beans, and croquette potatoes with his family. This big house, this fashionable wife, the doting daughter, the big mahogany table. It was the cutlery that I always remembered, always shied away from. Gold-plated knives and forks, firm ivory handles, the cutlery of a winner, a big man, the cutlery of someone with a generous budget for cutlery. It was loud on the plates, the scratching, and those plates so hard and heavy, and the food so well-shaped and carefully oiled and salted, and all of it I felt I knew, grown on this expanse of farmland. And as we sat in conversational silence, the shriek of the tine of the fork and plate, my brother's wife beamed. His daughter ate politely. They said nothing.
After dinner, I'll take you out to see the new fishing pond, brother.
A fishing pond?
Yes, I dug it myself. Well, I had Bimram's help, good man Bimram, but I'm not afraid to put my back into it. You know, it's 3 acres. That's a lot of fish.
Do these fish, make you money?
No, I just dug it because I could. I thought some of the men might appreciate a spot to fish in without having to go all the way out to the meander. It was purely a passion project. Once the season was over, I found a few spare afternoons. Well, a fair few. We moved a lot of earth, did Bimram and I.
You never seem to stop working.
Why should I? Yeah, I see you remember my old joke.
And I never seem to start working.
I could be cruel back then, couldn't I? No time for that now. That's the farms to run. 28 good men. That's just on this farm, and Susie and Susanna, of course.
You built all this empire.
I did. It only took time and concerted effort. You could accomplish great things, and I know that's true of you, and I know you know that.
I made a robot.
Yeah, so I hear. What does it do? Is it sentient?
I don't think so. The programs and the algorithms, all the things I taught him. I believe he can make his own choices.
Well, that's a start. Some would say a dangerous start in a servant, but you're not exactly the one I want teaching the art of decisions either, if I'm being quite honest.
You are right. I sometimes wish all choice could be taken from my hands.
That much is readily apparent.
And you are right. I could do things, many powerful things, if they did not rely on my inner forces of motivation. I try to be honest with people about this. How difficult it can be to stop stopping and start anything.
It's discipline. It's something you can only gain by exercise. Like any muscle, if you start to keep discipline...
You think I don't try?
Yes.
You don't know how much I have envied you.
I'll be honest, I'm not surprised. You never seemed comfortable in any sense of the word. The problem, I think, is that you distract yourself. No, give me a chance to speak. You're constantly interrupting, even interrupting your own thought process, and it's at the heart of your problems. Listen to me. You're an inventor. I am not. I'm a doer. The world does not need more ideas. It needs people who can patiently and methodically implement established ideas. Dig a well, build a farm, shear the goats, sell it for profit. People like Bimram, people like me. Even the least of my men can follow orders and do a simple thing. The only thing you lack is the capacity to follow a simple idea from instruction to completed action. It's a mystery to me how you manage to assemble a robot.
Not a robot, just a robot.
The idea is there, and the prototype is impressive, but do you even have a plan, a blueprint for future production? Could you do it again? No, it's all unique, spiritual, vague, one of a kind. Your one accomplishment, the board is on the successful, and you can never do it again.
I could try to build another for myself, to seal myself within, to take control.
Yes, I think I get it. You want to submit yourself to the choices of machinery and be nothing better than a plow. You know, you might as well just serve yourself up as meat.
I was to have been robot. He was my vessel, until Kid White usurped my position.
Yes, by dying. How frustrating for you.
It was frustrating, and he did not die because I saved his life.
You saved his heart and leg. Yes, and his brain. It sounds like it's not plugged into anything.
What a robot sees and hears, smells, thinks, and understands, those things are with Kid White, as real as if he saw, listened, smelled, thought, and comprehended in the flesh. He is alive.
He is in metal hell. There's a type of fish called sardine. They're packed in metal, and if you kick the can, rest assured the sardine know about it. That does not make them alive.
I don't know about fish. You always know about the shape of leaves, the names of sundry people, the different herbs of the forest. Nature did not come easily to me.
I have always kept my eyes and ears open. That is the only difference between us. Effort.
If I had been robot, if robot had become my vessel, I could have engaged maximal effort for maximum results.
That's garbage. Not an ounce of effort could be attributed to you, just as no accomplishment of Metal Kid White can be credited to Kid White. He's a passenger in himself, and he will be until robot is brought low.
But this is not about accomplishment. It is about choice. The choice between good and evil.
You've lost me again, my understanding, and if I'm quite honest, my interest.
My despicable inaction. The things I have left undone.
Oh, that's just everything.
I fear condemnation of my very soul. Let the robot make my choices. Take away my control and I can live without guilt. I can do nothing, so I can do no harm.
It sounds to me as if you want to die.
No! No, that is the very last thing.
Then what do you want?
I want to be free. Free from morality, outside judgment. I want to have no choice, no power. To be a locomotive, one clear path, and no choice not to make it.
Well, here's something, brother. If you're really so keen to cede your agency, I guess you could be my slave. Be like Bimram, be like John Coulson. I could enslave you, and you could work one of my farms.
No, I don't want to be your slave. I want to be free.
I don't see a difference. Become like robot or become a slave. It comes to the same thing.
It is just like always. You don't understand me at all. And I wouldn't give you the satisfaction.
Oh, I get it. You can't lose it all and somehow keep your pride, brother. If your plan had gone ahead and you were robot, and robot made all the choices for you, heart and flesh, I could have made the same offer to robot, and had you join the farming family as a robot slave, and robot might have said yes. Then you'd be staring out of your own eyes at your predicament for the rest of your life. You bloody idiot. You don't want freedom, you want prison, or worse, hell on earth. Man-size, portable.
Hell is what I'm trying to avoid.
Then why not do something good for once? And no, Kid White does not count in that column. That man is cursed. Your robot plan is nothing but a cheat, and one that will ruin every life it touches.
I also suffer here and now. Guilt, shame, embarrassment.
You deserve all three.
I know it, and I cannot handle it, and I cannot cope with the tightening feeling.
You always find a way to ruin my birthday dinner.
I am sorry. I did not want to come.
Maybe you shouldn't have.
But the robot has gone away. And it is my birthday, too.
Well, happy birthday, Hector. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Now get out. And for everybody's sake, pull yourself together.
I went home and I cried. I had nothing but robot leg. The leg that Kid White did not need. I tried speaking to robot leg, but all I could say, day after living day, robot leg.
Robot leg.
I know, and I'm sorry, robot leg.
Robot leg.
Robot leg.
Robot leg.
I wish robot body was here.
Howdy, Hector. Hector Brovnik.
Kid White, you don't need to come see me. I had fine times with robot, but Kid White has friends, has a life.
I am your friend.
Are you? I don't know. I love you as a friend, but what does it even mean? You are robot.
I am Kid White.
That's a true story, but you are robot. My brother asked, is a robot sentient? You know about that?
Can robots feel emotion?
I don't think so. You know better than I do. I don't think a person can program a robot to feel. But I talked to you and I think I taught you to ask questions. You remember the world and the people in it, but you still go ahead and make your own choice. That may not be feeling, but it's life. It's life. Do you know? My own brother asked me to be a slave. He thought that was what I wanted, but I don't want anybody to be a slave. I made you not to serve, but to live.
So you could die.
Everybody says this.
I think Kid White is dead within me.
How can you say that? Has his heart stopped? Has his brain stopped rolling? Is his leg necrotizing?
No, they are fresh. I am refrigerator. He receives my senses, but he is in me. I am not him. I am robot.
Maybe I do want to die. I have been alone. I thought you were my way out. My technicality. But I learn now. You helped me in another way. I made you better than myself.
Is robot better?
Yes. You can make a decision and follow through. That's better than me and better than slave.
What would you do if you could do what you want?
Or most likely terrible things.
Then do terrible things.
Robot, you should not encourage foolish, terrible things. I finished so little.
What would you do if you could do the one thing you want?
I don't know if I want to do what I want. Or what I should. But I only gave you one rule. I did not tell you to not advise me. You can feel free to advise me whichever way you wish. Tell me, what can I do for my own sake? My dear brother.
Brother, you came back. That's an unexpected thing.
You said you would make me a slave in your service.
Really?
That's right.
Then I guess you can come with me. Through here in my workshop, if you would. I don't like blood in the kitchen, not unless it's an ingredient. Now let's not waste any time. Stand here, okay? Here, with your ear against the doorpost. If you could crouch a little.
Yes, I know the tradition.
I've a hammer and awl somewhere hereabouts. Yes, yes. As I say, I didn't expect you to be so ready to submit. Truth be told, it was half a joke, but only half. Only ever half. What changed your mind? I suppose if it ends this enmity between us, brother, here we are with all. This is your last chance to back out, so, if this is just a whim...
Pierce me. Take mastery over me as you have with all the West.
I endeavor to treat my slaves very well, but I'll tell you now, I don't appreciate your attitude. If you're going to be uppity, you may live to regret what we're doing here.
Hammer the nail.
Really? Really, Hector? Really? All right. Yeah, first things first, you can stop using my surname for yourself and never call me brother again. You shot me. I'm bleeding. Why did...
You really did it. You made your brother a slave. I didn't think you'd go through with it. I get a hole in my ear like a cow. You get one in your gut.
Mine is bleeding the more, you know. I can't even stand up.
You're bleeding out. I saved Kid White's life, made him a robot. I could do the same for you.
No way, no. You only had one robot.
I have another robot leg. You could be a robot leg, walking forever, stepping on the faces of those beneath you.
I'm not going to be a robot leg.
Goodbye then. Goodbye forever. I will not serve such a master.
You know you'll hang for this.
Maybe so. Maybe so. They call me forward asking any last words. Yes, I have last words. You are going to hang me by the neck for taking away the life of this man. You say, you killed your brother. But that is not so. I did not kill my brother, but my master. I was under his hand, like the dog that bites a man. An owner. The dog might want a string of sausages. I get this string of rope. I have done this. I chose to do it. I chose to give myself to the law. Now tighten my neck. If justice will take me, I am ready. I do not know if they like to switch. I so wanted to be a robot. To have that immortal freedom from responsibility. Here I am suffering under the law. Is hell rising to claim me? I do not know. I wanted to be a robot. I so wanted to be robot. But the robot didn't want to lose me as a friend.
I am robot.
And saved me in another way. Come on, robot. They have hanged me now. We are free to go.
Cow folks, whatever cow you be.
That was Cow Children. I Am Robot. I hope you enjoyed this week's Robot Special. Here's a fact. What do you call your friend if they become a robot? Whatever they'd prefer.